Was I ready for this transformation? Probably not. Something that I was scared of is what happens after you've given birth, and like what happens down there. Like, does it expand? Does it like just become like that shit just snatches back in? Not like it was a little bit tighter. I cried. Sorry if I'm like getting more TMI, but that's life. Okay, so hey loves, and welcome back to the channel, guys. It has been a while since we last did like a beauty tutorial transformation on camera, guys. I want to say almost a year, but I don't know if I'm kind of reaching too far. But we're back, and I feel like doing a chit-chat, get ready with me type of style makeup. That's what we're doing right now. I'm going to be getting ready as well as just talking to you guys about life. Basically, my life literally, I feel like my life transformed overnight. Was I ready for this transformation? Probably not. To be honest with you, I want to believe that God will only give you what you can handle, and I'm so blessed with what He has given me. Like, yeah, I think I did side. I styled this in a side way. Well, first things first, a girl is struggling. I'm struggling with life. God forbid, but like I'm struggling with balancing everything. And I feel like every day I'm learning every single day. I'm not mad at like where I am. I don't know if I should use a gel, or I don't even think it needs glue. I just think it actually is perfect like this. So let me just take this all back, spray a little bit of my got2b, let that dry down a bit, and then kind of put it on. So my life right now is pretty much programmed. Like, I can't just get up from the bed and like just say I want to do something without like planning it a day or 2 days before. That's where I'm currently. I feel like it's just too forward. That's like my current situation. My baby takes up 80% of my time. Okay, so where was I? I was gonna be doing my makeup and talking to you guys about like motherhood, childbirth, intimacy after childbirth, you know, things that are kind of like it's been a transformation. Wow, it's been a transformational year for me. I went from being single to being engaged to being married to being pregnant and now to being a mother. So like, did I prepare for it? No. I mean, it's hard enough being married and, you know, having to cater for someone else's physical, emotional, spiritual being. Now having 2 babies that I have to like be present for. It is so demanding and, honestly speaking, also so rewarding. So I don't know where to start from. I feel like I'm just rambling, but we'll kind of get there when we just get there. Okay, so let me just rub this on my face so I don't look crazy while I'm talking to you guys. Now, before I could film this video that I'm filming now, I'm gonna take another break because I know baby's gonna wake up. It took me 5 hours, and mind you, I was already set. It took me 5 hours to get where I am now. So there are a lot of spontaneous things that will just come up. Whatever, if you think you have your life planned out with a child, it never actually is 100%, if that makes sense. So people talk about childbirth, pregnancy, and no one really talks about recovery. Recovery for me is where the work and the pain really is. I don't know, it's just a lot of things. Breastfeeding, that first couple of days, trying to breastfeed. See, hey God, women, I swear, God, men just have it easy, I swear. If your biggest problem as a man is to provide financially for your family, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna see this. That's like one of the easiest things to do. So recovery was, I don't even know how to say this. It was a totally different experience. It was worse than, for me anyways, it was worse than the childbirth, because childbirth was like how many hours, right? It was a couple of hours. Recovery was days, weeks. You're dealing with soreness down there, and with these two babies here, because if you're breastfeeding, no one really tells you about the first like 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 week days of breastfeeding. Guys, my nips were cracking, my nips were sore, my nips were torn. Imagine having like an injury on your nips, and then somebody, like a baby, is still sucking with a lot of force, and like, I am such an emotionally and physically strong person, if I do say so myself. I know how to internalize pain, which is not a good thing, but I think when it comes to pain, I kind of know how to deal with it. Let me just put this makeup on. I kind of know how to deal with pain and manage pain, but when I was breastfeeding, I cried. That's to show. I mean, that first, the first 2-3 days, I cried. At a point, I think I pushed my newborn like I pushed his face out of my boobs, because at a point I was contemplating on like whether I actually need to breastfeed and all of that. The pain. Let me keep quiet and let you figure that out yourself. But yeah, this is my life right now. I'm literally struggling to do my makeup because I'm so scared that he's going to wake up anytime soon, and I'll have to like divide myself into 5. So yeah, let's talk about intimacy after childbirth. Okay, so something that I was scared of is like what happens after you've given birth, and like what happens down there. Like, does it expand? Does it like just become like and I think a lot of people fear this. It's quite scary, to be honest with you. Most people right away just opt for CS because of fear of pain, fear of what happens after like the delivery. And to be honest with you, at a point I was actually contemplating this because I was scared like what's going to happen in terms of like intimacy and all of that. But story short, down there is one of the most elastic, or should I say the most elastic part of the brain, the body. So it's just designed to like expand and contrast back. I don't know how God just does this. So after birth, I did get like stitches. I don't know, I didn't look at it. But I did get stitched up. I think you're not allowed to participate in any intimate activities until like after 6 weeks. And after 6 weeks, let me tell you, see that shit just snatches back in. And God is just amazing. God is just amazing. Like, it started by, and at a point in time, I actually feel like, and maybe it's in my head, but I felt like it was a little bit tighter, right? Sorry if I'm like getting more TMI, but that's life. That is life at this point. So yeah, if you're scared about that, I don't know if it's just me, but that's my experience. For me anyways, it literally snaps back. It goes back right in. Obviously I did a lot of kegel, like exercising your VJ walls, if there are muscles and all. So they'll advise you to do that. I think immediate was it? I think it was a week after. That's when I started doing the Kegels, right? Just contrasting it, just exercising it, just the way how, just to tone it a little bit. So that was what we did, and to God be the glory. I just said to God be the glory. I'm going to be using this Fenty Beauty lipstick. Don't ask me why I'm doing this, but this is such a pigmented lipstick. I've been using this for a while now, just to add like a little bit of blush color to my face, and I love it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna just pat this in. I know it looks scary, but do bear with me because it's gonna look stunning when I'm done blending it in. But yeah, I'm just glad it doesn't dry up, because this is like a matte lipstick. I know it looks crazy. Where did I stop? I feel like I'm just going, like, I'm just like not having the best video right now. I'm trying to start off with like filming my content, like my YouTube related content, because I myself have been out of the YouTube game for a while. Not like I've been out per se, but I haven't been putting out like production type of content, YouTube tips and all that. So I need to like get back into that, perfect it as well, and then like start creating content like that, because I do enjoy those kind of content, production content, behind the scenes, how to vlog, how to create YouTube videos, like just the behind the scenes aspect of it. I would more than be happy to take like requests. If you guys have any suggestions that I could use for my content, I'll be more than happy, because at this point I want to know what I need to be creating. It is also so important to maintain friendship after giving birth, because let me tell you, it's so easy to lose yourself with a baby, right? An advice I would give anyone is, see, you cannot kill yourself, okay? So take care of yourself as much as you can. If you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be hard taking care of the baby. If you're married and you have a child, it is so important to not let that affect the friendship relationship you have with your husband. Listing. It is so easy for it to go south. So if you can, and I think you will, and I know you should, not like if you can, it is very compulsory to make time for yourselves. So even if it's twice a week, I don't want to say once a week, because once a week is too small and be selfish, because that child is here. 20 years later, that child is going to leave you. Like a cycle, you're going to be stuck with your husband or your wife all over again. But make sure you don't lose that relationship, that friendship you have because of the baby. The baby is supposed to be like an addition, not a subtraction. It's supposed to add to what you have and not remove, what you've built. So okay, so this is what we're looking like right now. Next up, I want to do I'm kind of confused. I want to apply eyeshadow, but let me just take all the brushes that I'm going to be needing for this. And if you're a guy watching this, which I doubt, it's so important to be supportive. But yeah, I don't want to talk about all of that. I don't want to spend this entire glam session talking about all of that. I don't want to make you guys feel some type of way. I do need help with getting back to where I was career-wise. I want to grow my channel again, and I'm going to be deliberate about that this month. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like beauty. I'm just going to be mixing it a little bit. I feel like my content now, I don't know if they are relatable because honestly speaking, my content are not even relatable to me. Because I see my content, I'm like, who is this person? Like, when did you go from doing this type of videos to not doing like mother and child and bathing a baby kind of content? Like, it's like a quick, fast change. But honestly speaking, every day I'm learning. Every day I'm getting used to it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to still be doing like my previous type of videos, but I need time, and hopefully this month I'll start putting them out. I feel like my year is just starting right now in terms of like my career. Gosh, it's been a while since we last did makeup, like serious type of makeup. As you see me, so I'm almost done, yo. And I need to kind of plan how I'm going to be putting out this content. So maybe like I could be doing 3 times a week, maybe beauty, YouTube related, and then lifestyle vlogs. So that might be what I would do, you know, so that way I have a content for everyone that's following me. But first of all, I need to know what you guys want, because I know what I want to produce. I need to also know like what would you prefer to produce? What would you prefer to consume? You know? Yeah. Let me know so that I can go. See what my eyes are looking like now. Not bad, considering the fact that it's been a while since I last did this on my face. Not bad. I'm proud of you, Kelechi. Kelechi, what are you doing? Do you know what you're doing? No. Are you going to continue? Yes. That's me at this point. So I'm just put a little bit of this color. I don't know if it's going to work with like the entire look, but we're just going to make this work. Add a little bit of shimmer. Okay, so now I have on my lashes. I'm just going to do like my finishing touches. A little bit of highlight. Just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to set down my entire face. I'll just use this and just brush this in. Okay. Okay, so for my lips, I think I'm going to do brown, not sure. But this is pretty much like the finished look. I hope this Chit-Chat Get Ready With Me video was worth it. I wanted to kind of just come back and revive myself. It's been a while since I did this Chit-Chat sort of get ready with me in general. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope all of the things I shared were entertaining and maybe a bit insightful. In case you guys are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Kelechi Mgbemena, and I would love for you to stick around with me, join the family, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's just grow, learn, create, and do more. Basically, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't go anywhere, subscribe, check out my next video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in any of these ones. So yeah, let's go guys.